How's it going, Annie Raw family? Big J here, back with another video for you. I can see that you've been subscribing, but we need to get them subscriptions up. We're on the road to 1K. And we need you to watch this whole video. So let me know if you watched the video by commenting Annie Raw family. So let's get on today's video. Today we are going to be talking about transitioning to raw feeding. So if you're thinking about transitioning to raw feeding, you are in the right place. We'll be giving you a step-to-step guide in how to transition over to raw feeding. So stick with us, because we're giving you a bit of information. Da-da-da. Raw feeding can improve digestion health, energy levels, the skin, and overall health. So it is beneficial to flip over to raw. Now I'll be going into a bit of details in how we go about this process. Step 1, choosing the right transitional method. There are 2 transitional methods. The first one is the gradual transition, which takes on average between 7 to 10 days. How we start this gradual transitional process is 25% raw and 75% of their current food for 2 to 3 days. Then 50% raw to 50% of their current food for another 2 to 3 days. Then 75% raw to 25% of their current food for another 2 to 3 days. So you can see where we're going here. And on the last final day, we're up there with the 100% raw. So the next one is cold turkey. Ooh. And that is averagely done between 1 to 2 days. So we simply just cut out the kibble goes, throw it out the bin, throw it out the window, get rid of that kibble, kick it, boom, get rid of that kibble, gone. So we do that and we flip them onto a simple protein. What we intend to say, if they haven't got allergies, chicken allergies, poultry allergies, we'll say either chicken or turkey. We'll keep them on that with natural bone as well. So a lot of our chicken packs that we have natural chicken bones in it. And we'll just keep them on that for roughly about 7 days or so for the system to get used to it. And then we can start introducing other things. But I always say, don't mix kibble with raw. Reason being that raw and kibble digest at 2 different times. So you want to avoid giving them kibble and raw. So generally, as I say, if you're going to feed kibble, feed kibble. If you're going to feed raw, feed raw. Do not mix the two, because they do not go together. It's like oil and water. They do not mix. Step 2, start with a simple protein. So when I mean simple protein, as I said from the last one, generally chicken or turkey. Keep it simple. Don't mix too many different meats at the beginning. So keep it simple. Chicken, protein for about 5 to 10 days roughly. Get their body accustomed to eating raw. Avoid giving them too many fatty meats. Any fatty cuts of meats. Too much organs as well. Generally what they say, rule of thumb is, in a meal, only 5% organs. So per a kilo, 5% organs you want to put in there. You know what I mean? So again, if you're having a complete meal, we'll put 5% organs. That's it. So keep it simple. Because again, if you start to introduce too many different things from the beginning, you're going to get an upset stomach. You're going to get an upset stomach. Because remember, you're changing a diet. So if you try to introduce like blah, 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 this, that, chicken, turkey, beef, lamb, pork, whatever, you're gonna mess up the body. So you've got to introduce it slowly. So as I said, rule of thumb is 7 to 10 days, chicken or turkey. Keep it simple. Don't be giving them too many different things at once, especially if you're taking them from kibble to raw. I always tell, like, a rule of thumb is I always tell my customers, or the Annie-Raw family, I never really should call them customers, it's the Annie-Raw family because we are a family. I always say to them, like, if you've got a pup, we introduce different raws to them from early because, again, pups are not eating kibble like that. They're going straight from the milk and flipping them onto the raw. So what we're trying to do, we'll do the same thing. We'll keep them on something simple for like 7 to 10 days, and then we'll flip them onto the beefs, the porks, the tripe, the other bits, to try and accustom to eating a variety of diet, a wide range of things. Like, again, we always put our vegetables in there as well. That's another thing. Carrots, broccoli, cabbage, swede, parsnips, all these other bits, because it helps create a balanced diet. As mum and dad said back in the days, eat up your meat and 2 veg. Literally. And again, another rule of thumb is, the more colourful the plate is, the more nutrients and vitamin is in the plate. It's no different for us, except that we eat our food cooked, and our cats and dogs eat their food raw. Step 3 is monitoring a dog or cat's reaction. So that is the reaction to flipping them onto raw food. So one of the ways that we can monitor them is their stools. So we want their stools to be firm, but not too hard. Because again, if it's too hard, that's a sign of constipation, which is not good. So we want them firm. Increased energy levels. So they'll be running around like this. Come on, mum. Come on, dad. Chase me. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Stick. Increased energy levels. And no itching or excess skin irritation. Things like that. Again, you don't want the raw to be giving them any allergies or anything like that. So again, these are things that we need to be watching out for. Especially, like, again, if you're taking onto a new product and you don't know if your dog's allergic to certain things, i.e. chicken or beef or lamb, you have to look out for these things. Or you could go get your dog tested before you even put them onto a raw. You know what I mean? There is tests that you can do. But in general rule of thumb is trial and error. So some signs of trouble when switching to raw can be runny poo. So again, if they got runny poo or runny stools, I should say, adjust their portion sizes. So maybe give them less. Or again, slow down the transition. Some cats or dogs take a bit longer than others. As I said, general rule of thumb, we said with sensitive dogs or cats with sensitive stomachs, 7 to 10 days. It might take a little bit longer. Everyone's a bit different. Another one, vomiting. Same kind of thing. They might be, like, the protein that we're giving to them, it might not suit their stomach, so we might have to move on to something. Again, you might be giving them too much. We might have to slow down the transition. Similar kind of things. Again, it comes again like with runny poos, vomiting. It's all in that same kind of frame. Slow, steady, take your time. Number 3 is scratching, skin irritation. Again, that could be a sign that they're allergic to something, that they've got some sort of allergy. So you might have to change the protein you're giving them. Like if you're giving them chicken, maybe you need to give them tripe. If you're giving them tripe, maybe you have to give them beef. You might have to just switch up a little bit. But again, general rule of thumb is when we see these kind of things, we react to it. We don't just say, no, that's it. Because nothing's like that. We have to change and adapt. Because adaptation is key to survival. And again, prevention is better than the cure. So serving a raw diet is going to be generally healthier for them and better for them. Step 4 is introducing new protein and different variants of meats. So after the 7 to 10 days, or it could take a bit longer depending how sensitive your dog or cat's stomach is, we start to introduce different proteins such as tripe, fish, beef, pork, anything really. We start to introduce it slowly into their diet. Also, bones. So things like chicken bones, rib bones, arm. So like the humerus, sorry, not our arm, but the cow leg, I should say. It's like their arm anyway, but humerus, all these other bones, these solid bits, we start to introduce them in. So organ meat and offals, things such as heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, anything that we tend to throw away really is good. We should actually eat it ourselves, but we don't. We're like, ugh, that's not nice, but it is good. But again, for our dogs and cats at a percentage, rule of thumb is 5 to 10% of their meal. Another thing as well is vegetables. Everybody's like, no, dogs and cats, they don't like it. Listen, vegetables are good. The vegetables that we tend to use ourselves are carrots, swedes, parsnips, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, or broccolis. Vegetables like this, we can eat them raw. Again, if you do a quick little Google search, you'll find what vegetables you can eat and which other vegetables you can't eat. Or if you even look at one of our videos, top 10 things that are dangerous or can cause death to our dogs and cats, you will see the things that trigger them off are not good for them. But this always constitutes as a good meal. Having your protein, your bones, and your vegetables, and a bit of organ sprinkle on top. Step 5 is hydration and natural supplements. So, if you know anything about the body, and in general, whether it's animal bodies, human bodies, we contain about 60 to 70% water. So if you see your dog cat not drinking a lot and are on a raw diet, it could constitute that they're gaining that hydration from the food that they consume. Or again, if they are drinking too much, it may mean that they're not gaining enough hydration. And sometimes as well, because again, the lot of water that we drink hasn't got the right minerals in it, we just keep drinking, feeling that we're going to get some sort of benefit for it. So what we tend to prescribe for that is sea moss. Because if you know anything about sea moss, it contains 92 out of the 102 minerals that the body needs, so it can quench your thirst and hydration. So we've had like dogs and cats that have gone from drinking 4 or 5 bowls a day to just drinking 1. So that's another thing that can help with. And other things as well that we say to go with the raw are sprats. They're good for the omega-3, fatty acids, chicken feet as well. They're good for the collagen, the skin. And any other things you could think about, I could list a bunch of things. Ox heart, liver, these kind of things, they help with the hydration because, again, meaty substances contain moisture and water. So don't be concerned and think, oh, my dog or cat's not drunk. They could be just getting all their moisture and hydrogen from the meat they are consuming. But again, if they're drinking too much, they might not be getting enough. So some common mistakes that people make while raw feeding are overfeeding their dogs and cats. So again, because we are raw feeding versus kibble, kibble sticks in the body for much longer. It stays there, it sits there. Whereas raw, it goes through very quickly. So this now has a perception, especially to the mind and body, that they're hungry. So dogs start searching around, looking, thinking I'm hungry. You look and say, oh, my boy or girl, she's hungry or he's hungry. But they're not. They're full. What we do is we've got a chart. So if you look here, this will generally show you rule of thumb of how much you're meant to feed versus the body weight. Because it always goes by the body weight. So I'm going to leave it here now. Boom. So you can have a general look. And now it's gone. So normally we do it by the body weight. If the dog weighs that, we give them that. So we don't try to overfeed. And again, if you're going to give them little treats, we always say keep it natural because you're raw feeding. So you want to go for low fat treats, high in protein. Again, keep it within that same margin, in and out. Because again, these are not just dogs. We're not just building dogs. We're not building just cats. We're building athletes. So we've got to treat them as so. We want them to be fit and healthy. Because healthy, longevity. Prevention is better than the cure. So Animal family, I hope you made it this far into the video. If you did, make sure you comment Raw family. Was this video informative? Did you learn something? How's your raw journey going on? Or how's your kibble journey? How are you? Are you alright? Let us know. We're friendly. We like to say hello. If you like this video, give us a... And please, subscribe. And remember, we ain't going nowhere.